Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds, where we finally actually been given a reason to go to Phineas's lab. It's more or less where you start the story. Well, I guess you start the story in Phineas's ship, and then I suppose he goes back to his lab on the asteroid. But now I actually have quest purposes to go to his lab, because apparently I got from Hawthorne's notes that Phineas has a science weapon stored aboard his ship. Specifically, I would imagine he's referring to the shrink ray.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
I will stop by the engine room, but as I was not actually, like, the last time I went there, I didn't have to send Sam down.
You don't feel it. I know better. I just wish you could stick up for yourself. What did I tell you about Steven? Oh, hey, Captain.
Hello. You have anything to say?
Sometimes I can hear Vicar saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
No. Break time's over. What about you, Sam? You got anything?
Dust accumulation analysis. 2.5 years.
He's got nothing. Let's see if Felix has some sort of side quest. Because so far I've only gotten side quests for Parvati and for... Like, Nyoka has her own side quest. Her side quest
Cap.
is, You getting along with the crew?
Parvati showed me how to properly grease the magazine release on one of my firearms. She's a smart one, you know. Opal was quiet in the same way. She'd hang back, out of sight, then all of a sudden pop in with a bit of wisdom out of nowhere. Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything.
Look at me being nostalgic. I'm not pushy. Talk to me when you're ready.
I will.
Let's see. Felix hasn't really said much, but then again, I haven't really brought him anywhere.
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Shock and disbelief, seeing how most of my friends are still on Earth. Also, I don't know exactly how long I've been on the Hope, because it's a 10-year journey from Earth to the colony. I was on ice for the journey, and I could be like 90 or something years old, so all of my friends might also be dead. That's cute, Felix. What's her name?
You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
So this is obviously important to you. Let's go.
Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Yeah, thank me later. Okay, so now I have 2 reasons to go to Scylla. Nope, that's not under there. The first reason is... for the Vicar. Who is the owner of the journal, who would maybe be able to translate it. Anybody else left? I guess there's just Parvati. Nope, Parvati was back there. Ellie. Ellie's the one that's missing.
Something on your mind?
Never mind. I guess Ellie doesn't need anything. Yeah. I suppose I might as well, for some... I guess since I talked to Felix, he became a party member. Let's see. And also, since we're probably going to be using him soon, well, I don't have any armor to give him. Let's give him... I guess that's fine. Although, what does it want me to use this computer for? Oh, yeah. Search for Hephaestus mining. For keywords weapon. Result 1. That captain sold Harris something called the Rearranger, then left before he discovered the damn thing doesn't work. Only thing it rearranged is the number of bits on Harris's cart. Looks like some strange tech or weapon. Maybe a scientist can make something of it. Doc Caulfield couldn't save Lem. Now I gotta arrest Harris for his murder. Confiscated that weapon he used and stored it in Birdie's office for now. Figured the least the site supervisor can do is fill out the forms for whatever that damn thing is. Don't know how I'm gonna detain Harris. Not like we got prison cells on this rock. Given name, Lemuel Hereford. Employment stature, indenture. Contract term, 35 years, 2 months, 16 days, 5 hours, 33 minutes, approximate remaining. Time of deceased, 18 hours and 27 minutes. Cause of deceasement, blunt force trauma, weapon unknown. Took a good whack to the noggin. The facial area, to be specifical about it. It's all twisted up too. Nose is 5 times too big. Jaw is shrunk to almost nothing. Teeth are all out of kilter, though I suppose that was true pre-deceasement. If the blow itself didn't kill him, there's no way he could have breathed with all that damage. Okay. That is a weapon, I guess. So it looks like we've got some choices for places to go next. Let us go find one of these weapons. Alright. Now I'm on
Hello? Can you
Phineas's
hear me?
lab. Yes, I can hear you, and it works.
Oh, damn it. Blast, that's loud.
I'd imagine that's the idea. That intercom system is supposed to be loud.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself.
I'm glad that you are so secure.
Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Welcome. At least he has a welcome mat. Is that Bubbles the Sisty Pig? Does he seem to be surviving entirely on Sisty Pigs?
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Is there a reason why you're kind of like in a double secret hideout? Like you're... For what it's worth, I appreciate you being... you pulling me out of the Hope.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice.
I would not want to be in permanent hibernation.
I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of
Also,
chemicals.
did Phineas actually... Here's the question. Oh, emptying his supply. Did he also lose his supply? Because otherwise, he showed up to the Hope with enough to free one person. Which seems like he got lucky picking me. I want to talk to you about something else.
What's on your mind?
there's some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass. I mean, I suppose they could just blow this asteroid up.
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
I have a feeling that a combination of beans and caffeinoids would require plenty of toilet
Let's
paper.
talk.
Do you ever leave your lab?
Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether.
Well, I guess he did leave in order to go to the Hope.
Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose
That's
consciousness
not
and
what I was
die of
asking.
hypoxia.
That is a literal... That's not what I meant. Do you have some kind of life outside your work?
Life outside work? No, of course not. My life is my work. For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of lives are at stake. It's up to me, up to us to set things right. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know.
This is true, I suppose. Why are you so obsessed with reviving the Hope's colonist, actually?
Because we've lost our way. The board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned into total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you, people who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense.
Yeah, but you revived me. So you must have solved the problem.
Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the Hope. Get it?
I'm glad to hear that. Everyone, the Hope is depending on us.
We'll do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading.
Alright, I'm just gonna take this gun.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. The target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Alright. Actually, I might do that. Let's get rid of this assault rifle. Let's toss in a shrink ray. And we'll try it out.
The Sissy pigs make excellent test subjects. Also surprisingly nutritious.
I'm just gonna loot your lab if you don't mind. Also, is looting your lab considered stealing? It is apparently not. I worked it out. Explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary materials should be present on Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped in you associate Dirtside Terra 2, near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust them only about 23.7% at present. They're recovering a ship, should be along any time. Just need to show where to send them. Let me know where you get this, eager to be done. They only trust me 27.5%.
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
How rude. Also, that's highly specific, but still, the rudeness is really what brings it down. Well, You've got a Raptid? Why do you have a Raptid in here? Bubbles! No, I'm not gonna shoot Bubbles. Oh, hello. Reminder, obscure body in the SK system? Alright. Alright, let's get out of here.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Always arguing with each other, that Felix and Vicar. Except, are they arguing in a place where I can find them easily?
Young Millstone, you look pensive.
I don't know what that means, but I've been thinking. It ain't easy carrying a torch for the Rangers.
I understand. The Rangers' victories are your victories. Their defeats are likewise crushing.
You serious? Wow, Max. Never expected you to understand.
This may come as a surprise to you, Felix, but I understand what it is to be a fan.
That's so. You know something? Maybe I was wrong about you.
To be a fan is to cultivate a mental disorder. You're living vicariously through a tossball team.
Nah, I was right the first time. You're a git, Max.
I mean, I suppose maybe you shouldn't attach yourself to someone that you have emotional stake in their, especially if you don't even know them personally, and you've got these huge emotional stakes over whether they win or lose. But that's okay. I'm just not into it myself either. Although I suppose I would not necessarily call people who are fans of something as having mental disorders. But let's head over to Scylla and grab that other weapon. Should we? Yes, we shall. And actually, let's land in Harlow's base, because Felix needs to go there. And we will also bring along Vicar Max, because he also needs to go to the planet as well. Now, I've been to Scylla before, though at the time I was much lower level. My weapons were not quite as strong. Now I'm coming back. Bigger weapons, better armor. Who are you?
Looking for something? Where do you think you're going?
Through you if you push me.
Hey, nice form. Good delivery, too. You looking to join Captain Harlow's crew, huh? All right, go on through.
All right.
Got my sights on you.
Do you have a unique name? No, you're just Outlaw. And you are just Outlaw. Can I steal from outlaws? I can. Nobody cares that I'm just picking this stuff up right in front of you. Oh, I probably should activate this quest. There we go.
That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these?
Yeah, why does an outlaw even have a vending machine? Like, where do the bits even go? Yeah. Wow, you are a happy-looking canid.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
No, it's fine. I'll do my own introductions. Malice, Harlow, Malice.
Your captain has a sense of humor, Felix. Good. There's a time and place for humor. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
Felix is a vital member of our crew. He's, well, he's good in a fight.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself.
I mean, I haven't brought
I'm
him
sure
along for
Felix
any
has
missions,
no end of
but
stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
tell me why we're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Okay.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
You want to put him through a test.
Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
Why am I helping you out? What did this Trask do to deserve death?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
There's more to this than you're letting on. There's always more to these missions than these characters are letting on.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
There's something I'd like to ask you. Let's see if I can bring up another. Felix tells me you disappeared one day.
I was working on this plan for years, saving every bit I could, drawing plans, biding my time. I never intended to spend my life laboring on the Groundbreaker. When the opportunity presented itself, I did what I had to do. I left.
You might have said something.
I had some ugly business in Scylla. If I told you, I would have implicated you.
You want to elaborate on that?
Hephaestus controlled mining operations all over Scylla. Most of these operations failed. The company pulled out and abandoned their facilities. Mostly abandoned anyway. This one was running on a skeleton crew. My associates and I seized control in a matter of minutes.
Alright, that's all for now. Yeah. But I leveled up. Alright, what am I going to put points into now? I don't really use handguns that much. I use a lot of long guns. Let's toss like a few points in heavy weapons. Let's say 5 persuade and 2 lockpick. So this guy wants me to go back to the Groundbreaker, but I just got here, so let's see where this weapon from the Void is. Wasn't it on Scylla? Oh yeah, I have to switch maps. Think. Let's go to this other landing pad. Yeah. Okay, so we got an outlaw here. We're gonna shoot this outlaw. Oh my gosh. And now we're going to shrink. Is that a shrunk version of that guy? Seems like a better weapon that I would want to, like, give an ally to use. Oh, hello.
Everyone all right?
More than something that I would necessarily use myself. Like, let's give Felix this gun. Let's see, it's still in my inventory. And see how that affects things. But first, we need to loot. And make our... Ah, here we go. This is the enemy who gave us a lot of problems the last time.
Before. This here's, Planet Maker Upper? Terraformer. That's the word.
You can only move forwards or backwards as a society. And I, for one, fully support our progressive efforts.
Nope, I guess he's done. Oh, I think I'm being hit by, like, damage over time. From the N-rays. Alright. And you, sir. Yeesh. Alright, so I guess I don't have to necessarily worry so much about being on Scylla. I have either out-leveled it or outgunned certain portions of it.
Habitation.
We're getting close to the Hermit. I can feel it.
Let's duck for a second. Switch guns. Clearly that gun isn't very good against robots. Maybe heal up. There we go. I guess these robots are a little bit tougher. That's okay. What do you do? Oh, that button is the Vicar. I will need to have to try out Felix. Robophobia. Automechanicals now give you the willies, and when they're attacking your party, you're not as effective as you should be. That does not sound good, so I'm just going to... One of these days, I'm going to find some sort of... phobia that I'm okay with. Maybe.
You're a deft hand with a nightpick.
There we go. Anything in these? We got the liqueur, the revamped power helmet, which looks pretty good. And it looks like I should replace, or at the very least, give Felix a helmet, because right now he doesn't have one. I think mine is better at the moment. Yeah, it's 52, and that is a 2749. The Vicar has 31. He has nothing. So I'm going to give him 49. Felix, 31. Actually, 26. Yep, their bonuses. His bonus raised the actual quality of his helmet. Do we have any guns I could probably, instead of something more meaningful than the shrink ray? How about... Yeah, let's give him a light machine gun. Level 3, though. Okay, let's give him the revolver. And the Inferno sight. Make him a little bit more effective. And then it looks as though the sci-fi weapon of this area is going to be in this building. The Mandibular Rearranger. This weapon was created by an unknown and possibly quite deranged scientist. Exactly how it works and why is a mystery, and it has never been duplicated. All right. If only I actually used melee weapons. Let's see, that's at 85%, so I will have to consider replacing it. Let's see. We've completed our initial survey, and I have to admit that your hunch was right. I owe you lunch next time on Terra 1. We barely started our survey before we uncovered a mineral vein with high densities of yttrium and scandium. There's a limit to how much my team can extract in these pressure suits. Get us a terraformer and some prospecting mechanicals, and this little venture of ours is going to make us all rich. Hope the weather on Terra 1 isn't getting you down. I hear our permanent facility on Hephaestus is almost ready for habitation. Thanks for rushing us that replacement part, Linda. My team got the former repaired and it's busy churning out O2 again. Did you have to send one loaded with seed stock? Damn grasses are triggering my allergies. Survey efforts continue. That initial vein ran dry quicker than we hoped, but we're getting promising results from other locations. Density of scandium lower than the first site, but yttrium still at respectable levels. We had a board team out here last week scanning for signals from the Hope. We could all guess the results from how unhappy they looked. It's been 3 years since the board classified the ship as missing. You'd think we'd be over it by now. Huh. Congratulations on your promotion! Youngest full VP in company history. Just promise me you won't promote that drill bit Needham to replace you. Bad news, Lynn. All the sites within the former's dome have run dry. The mechanicals are bringing back good samples from beyond the retention field. I'll be sending you a requisition for Haller to relocate the terraformer close to the new sites. My team heard that you were arranged for some circus time traveling show to stop at our base. It was a big boost to morale. We can't wait for some entertainment out here. Thackeray, your request for site relocation on that useless rock has been denied. Oh, from Needham, of course. That drill bit. You've had over a year to generate a profit. If you haven't done it by now, it's not going to happen. And Evers is too busy to hide your incompetence. I don't want to hear any of your absurd excuses either. The terraformer failure was bad enough. But this drivel about primals running loose and damaging your equipment is a limit. The utter limit, do you hear? Operations at your site are terminated, effective immediately. I've got a new site in mind for you, one of the rocks orbiting Hephaestus. Temps are a cool 170 degrees Celsius. You'll love it. A visiting board team remind me of the date. We should be celebrating your 42nd birthday today. I tried and get you drunk with the latest Rizzo's concoction. You turn up your nose and say it was nowhere near as good as an earth wine. I don't know where you are, big sis. It's been 13 years since you entered hibernation. Since the Hope started its journey. I don't know what happened, why you never got here. If the architect is kind, you didn't suffer. I think about you all the time. Every time one of the big interstellar conveyors blazes past, I look up and hope. Hope. Whoever named that damn ship should take a walk in the ether. I'm so sorry, I should never have convinced you to sign the indenture contract and join me on Alcyon. I'll never stop thinking about you, Jules. Please forgive me. Ask Linda for this info on this sublight company. That freighter captain claimed to work for them. Very strange ship. No corporate branding or colors. The captain didn't wear an approved uniform. Dealing with him left me feeling out of sorts. Had some interesting items for sale, though. Can't shake the feeling that they fell off the back of a conveyor. That captain sold Harris something called the Rearranger, then left before he discovered the damn thing doesn't work. Only thing it rearranged is the number of bits. Oh, I already got that. Looks like some strange tech. Maybe a scientist can make of it. Also, do these messages have dates? These messages do not have dates. Okay. I was hoping it has a date because supposedly this was 3 years after the Hope disappeared. So if I could figure out where the message was sent, then I would be able to see how old my character is.
How does it feel?
How does what feel?
Serving an instrument of corporate supremacy?
Let me hazard a guess. You're talking about the church.
Isn't it true the OSI is just a cog in the machine of oppression?
I'm glad you're asking questions, Felix. Curiosity is the foundation of the scientician faith.
Don't try and convert me, preacher.
Asking questions is merely stepping foot into the door. Oh. Okay, this is actually its own event. Alright, let's see if we can find this scholar. Oh, never mind, you're just standing right there. I hope you don't mind me poking around your things.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
We're here to rob you. What do you got? We're here to get this book translated. Max?
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
Also, he won't really be able to study it if it's untranslated. We've come a long way to help Max get some peace. Is there anything you can do to help?
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared.
When you say ingredients, you mean drugs, right?
A crass way to put it, but yes. Chemicals that can expand or destroy the participant's consciousness.
Well, Max just said he was prepared, didn't he?
And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost. It's just drugs, Max. We ain't making you walk in front of a firing squad.
I'm committed to taking as many drugs as possible, so count me in as well. I'm in.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Okay. Lady, we came to get a book translated, but I suppose we might as well do drugs too.
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
If she's a hallucination, why am I seeing her too?
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. But with your head buried up your posterior.
We came all this way. We ought to at least hear her out.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This here, it's all coming out wrong. The plan, it filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything.
That's true. I suppose if you believe in a plan that controls everybody, then how can you essentially go about your own story?
They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
I got your story right here. I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church, and I'm a stooge for the board. And I don't understand that Felix is a genius.
Let's see. Your mom's right, Max. Your story blinded you to the truth and landed you in prison. Seeing the truth is easier said than done. How about we cut to the chase? Seeing the truth is easier said than done.
You want me to give up my discipline? My control? Oh, but I can't. I can't. Without order, there is chaos.
You need to love the chaos, Maximilian. Let it envelop you. Take you where it will. Besides, you really have no choice anyway.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is.
Huh.
So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me?
More or less.
You'll be all right.
Oh, never mind. I thought the hallucinations were done.
What? Who?
Wait, is this just him?
Look like me. Are you me? Not really.
He is the shadow, the true self.
I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Yeah, Max? Why do you do that?
Quiet, Felix. Yeah, Max, why do you do that?
I don't. I mean, that's not how it is at all. I don't know. Is it wrong to try to be a gooder, better person than I am?
But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A story to control everything. A new story of the happy you, the contented you, me.
That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation because it will set us free, won't it?
How? By removing the need to make any decision. To have your life completely controlled. The illusion of certainty. Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question. Who are you?
I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not.
Let's see. Yeah, please don't do that. I'm invested in being me. So you're gonna convince Max he's not real? This should be interesting. The Hermit may have been right. Listening to you talk seems to be driving me insane. Yeah, please don't do that. I'm invested in being me.
Your individual self is what's not real. It is simply a concept.
By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it. Isn't
So then, here's the thing. I suppose if the real answer is there is no plan, there is no equation, then what plan is the board following?
How could I not have seen this? But how do we escape ourselves?
You're doing great, Max. Do you think the Hermit would mind if I throw up in this corner? I'm confused and nauseous, but mostly nauseous. The Hermit was right. This has driven me mad.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there.
Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before.
What happened?
I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing. Everything is perfect.
Because everything that he was looking at in his life, he was always trying to see how it fit in the plan, what purpose it had. But now he's not necessarily seeing everything as being part of an equation, part of like serving that balance. And you can almost say that also creates that believing in an equation is what keeps people where they are. So, what keeps people invested in not moving up. Like, the board controls corporations control people, but the people at the bottom of the ladder don't necessarily see themselves ever leaving their position because they are part of the equation. They are necessarily there to balance out the equation. But if the equation doesn't exist, and if people don't have a plan, then what's stopping the dock worker for wanting to become a board member? I'm glad you found the answers you're looking for.
In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality, clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are.
There may be something to that. You seem happy, or at least not angry.
I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
All right, so we don't need... We don't need to do the translation?
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves.
I'd ask what you both are talking about, but I'm afraid you'd answer.
How right you are. Words are overrated.
All right, we should go. All right. Though I think this is going to be it for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.